Yep. Another day, another opportunity to do great things, to be better. What's going on, everybody? What's going on? This kind of was a trash title. Number go up. We waiting for the numbers to go up. The numbers haven't gone up the way. And we waiting for these numbers to go up, man. What's going on with y'all, man? What's going on with y'all, man? The market. You guys make up the market. What's happening with y'all? Get out your way. Get out your own way. You know? Good people. Elliot in the building. What's going on? We got D Raj in the building. How are you, Doc? We got DJ Bomber. What's happening? So yeah, number go up. We're waiting for the number to go up. What's going on with, what's going on with y'all? What are y'all waiting for? I know what y'all waiting for. But this is the thing. You can't be waiting for somebody to pump it. You got pump. Everybody waiting for somebody else to pump this market, man. I don't understand that. It's like sitting down and waiting for money to fall out of the sky and onto your lap. It doesn't make sense. Oh, number go up. Those are phrases that the founder coined. Number go up and to the right. It's only in crypto you find terms like that. Only in crypto. We need to uplift each other. What's up with this somber mentality and attitude that's out here? Everybody, come on, man. Stop waiting for somebody to do something. You got to do it. You want to see great things happen, make it happen. Folks are waiting for the next insult. They're waiting for they're waiting for the next insult to occur. Oh man. Look, see, right when I'm doing something right now, I gotta a vendor wanna do something where I'm at. Drop a package. Shout out to the delivery people that drop packages all over the world. They even dropped it when the world was dropped on its knee, had to drop on their knees, and they were delivering packages. We don't think about them all the time. Shout out to the package deliverers, truck drivers. They're sort of like the lifeblood of our daily lives, of our economy too. Because I remember not too long ago, we couldn't go outside like that. And even in those times where we could not go outside without feeling like some type of apparition that we couldn't even see was going to get into our bodies and eviscerate us. During those times, Hex went up 10,000x. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Hex went up 10,000x in a time where the world was jailed. You were in your own private cell called your abode. Shout out to the indigent people and the marginalized individuals who do not have homes. If they are alive today, they persevered. And throughout all that, throughout all those difficult and treacherous times, Hex still went 10,000x. Some of y'all talk too much too. Some of y'all talk too much. You want the numbers to go up, but you're not doing anything to help the numbers go up. I don't. You want the numbers to go up? Do something. You want to make money? You want to earn money? You want to, become rich? You want to become wealthy? What are you going to do about it? No, everybody waiting for somebody to do something for them. That's why I don't interact with Twitter like that. Like right now, I know I'm live, on Twitter for the first time trying these things out. I'm a man of a certain age. I'm not up on the technology, and like a lot of you young demographic, the young people are the millennials. They got this song. They got this on lock. But I'm just talking. But I'm not trying to depend on people that when I can, I contribute. When I get my weekly allowance and my weekly stipend from tilling the soil that you guys call 9 to 5, and when I get my allowance, I throw that energy into where it counts to help the number go up. But my thing is too small, and you can't depend on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I don't have it like that. I have something, but I don't have it like that. I don't have it like that. Can you imagine? Doc says, maybe we need another lockdown. Think about it, folks. The world was brought to its knees without firing one shot. Bars before they came out with, Pfizer and all of that. Without firing one shot, everyone had to just shut it down. And during that whole time, Hex did a 10,000. This thing is bizarre. We've been living in some type of simulation, twilight zone. I don't know what you call it, man. Okay. And now that this is completely different now. We're still dealing with the residual effects of where we were all confined and basically incarcerated. We all did a bid. It was mental incarceration, physical incarceration, psychological and emotional incarceration. Got scarred. You know how many people went through ups and downs and are still dealing with it? And throughout all of that, Hex did a 10,000x. The numbers went up. The numbers went up. And people now have a clear understanding on how Hex works better than back in 2020 and 2021. And now that they have basically allowed, quote unquote, instructed us that we can now, interact in the milieu of nature and society. And we have a layer 1 now, and a pulse, a DEX to accompany it by way of Pulse X, and a deluge of coins and all this stuff going on. People are like, "Where's my 10,000?" How are you gonna? What are you doing for your 10,000? What do you? What are you doing for your 10,000x? And since you don't want to do anything for your 10,000x, you're listening to people tell you that Pulse Chain will not reach those levels this cycle. Pulse Chain will barely reach 20x. This is what's been said by other founders in this community. And since people don't understand the role they play in all this and how pivotal every one of our roles are, they buy into that 20x narrative and give up and say, oh, I'm not going to do anything. I don't need to do anything. Some people don't need to do anything. But how does the market work? We make up the market. We make up the market. Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you want to buy something. Sometimes you want to sell. Sometimes you want to do both. Sometimes you want to do nothing. Sometimes you want to do a bunch of other things. And sometimes that's just all indicative of what the market is. I can't focus on one person being responsible for all this, because then I'll be disingenuous. This is a term in crypto that I've heard this last 6 to 8 months. Disingenuous. You know, they're being very disingenuous. You know? You're being very I don't think I agree with that. In fact, I think you're being disingenuous. I can't wait for the majority of us to succeed and experience the great blessings that are abound. You have to claim it. You want it, you claim it. That's the work we need to do, starting from like just changing our mindset. Otherwise, why are we here? Why are we here? If you're not gonna believe in what you have going on, you might as well not be here. Because if you're gonna wait on one person, to help you see the numbers go up, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Because the man says he doesn't work for anybody. So what does, I mean, you think he's going to start now? The Pulse chain already launched. You got Pulse X. It's already here. What do you expect now? Now it's for you to, you know, he gave you the codes. He gave you the, what is it? The IPFS, the links that everyone kind of like got scared. Every little thing that was introduced here, any little addition or upgrade or something that was added to what we do, folks get scared. They complain. Oh no, you gotta do 2 more clicks. Oh my God. Oh, Pulse X got some kind of addition, upgrade, something extension. What? Oh no, come on. What are you waiting for? You waiting? What do you? How are you getting your 10,000x? How are you doing that? While you're delaying your gratification. That's another term. Okay, it's disingenuous. This delaying gratification thing is beginning to like, if you've been in Hex the whole time, or let's say you've been in Hex for between 1 year and 4 years that you've been in Hex, or the over 4 years, the beginning, delayed gratification should be like second nature. Like you hear it all the time. Delayed gratification, good morning, delayed gratification, good afternoon, delayed gratification, good evening, delayed gratification, delay. This thing is deeply embedded and programmed. When I hear someone else say it, I can give them such a breakdown of what delayed gratification is. It's not even funny. Because now in this whole system, you know, we've learned that you have to sacrifice. Sacrifice is another word that has become so embedded in my psyche on another level because of crypto. It's not even funny. You know, sacrifice. We've been sacrificing since we were born. Those of us that are responsible, the responsible people, we've been sacrificing since we were born. You land in RH ecosystem. Welcome to the university of a different level of financial freedom. Like it's different. It's different over here. It's different over here because you land in this school of RH cryptocurrency ecosystem, this class, this whole life class in financial improvement and healthy living and overall well-being, man, this is a different situation. It's a different, you question everything. And then in a sense where you have to now compare what you're learning here to everything you've been doing in the past. And hopefully many of what you've been doing in the past is comparable because it makes sense. It makes sense. What am I doing today that's going to benefit me tomorrow? That's how I look at it. What am I doing today that's going to help me tomorrow? My parents threw me in the education system, threw me in. I had to be programmed and trained. And I didn't know my gratification was being delayed from a child. No, I didn't want school. I had to eat it. I had to suffer. I had to endure all those classes that I did not like, taking all these courses after grade school, getting to high school, preparing you for life or higher education, or not even preparing you for life. They were just preparing me to work. That's all it really did. It was either graduate high school and you could either get a job because you were trained to work, or pursue higher studies, hopefully something that you're interested in that could give you the skills that you need to prepare to work. It was all about preparing to work, not preparing me to own, not preparing me to explore, to invent, not preparing me to create, because anything creative was seen as a joke. Anything creative. What? You want to be a musician? An artist of what? What are you drawing? What are you talking about? This is what I was, yeah. That was my, you in school is like, what do you want to be? Besides, like you get into a certain age, early adulthood, and you're like, yeah, sure, you want to pick up an instrument, join a band, or you want to pick up, a paintbrush or some mediums to use to apply canvas, become the next, Basquiat. Out here, you're just doing all, Andy Warhol, you're getting it all, you're doing you're laughed at. Like, you're not going to make a living doing that. So folks like that had to struggle and get gigs and work in restaurants, bus tables, bartend, hustle, get 2, 3, 4 jobs at a time, all because you want to do something that you love, but you have to pay the bills to keep a roof over your head. So you busting your tail, but school didn't teach you about how money works. It didn't teach me, right? So I'm doing things in reverse. I'm doing all this work to work for somebody to make them rich. I'm doing all this work. Then you land in the reverse paradigm, which is cryptocurrency, because everything is opposite of what we deal with in what we've been programmed to deal with traditional ways of living. And cryptocurrency is the polar opposite. You land in crypto and you're like, I can make 10 million X just by doing nothing. Oh, no. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. You could see 10 million X and all these million, like Bitcoin went millions and millions of X. Not a lot of people in this world saw millions and millions of X because it's not easy. You really have to put in the work. You got to do the work for these numbers to go up. How you apply yourself. It don't stop. Like we land over here, we thinking, oh, it's just computerized. Let me click a few buttons, digits, passive income, passive income. Okay, yeah. You have to actively be passive. You have to actively be passive. You have to make sure that you're passively receiving. You're actively engaged in knowing that you're passively receiving income in a way. You got to make sure you have your plan, everything is in order, nothing is being interrupted. And if you have tokens like Hex and you stake it, you know, you don't need to ask anybody permission to utilize your crypto. You the one that, you know, created your arrangements, your lockup period. And the trade-off is you receive rewards daily. And when people end stake or emergency end stake, half those rewards you're also receiving as a staker. Making sure that, you know, when your period comes up, you don't let your account bleed. But now that we have this EHEX situation, it's just become a part of the story now where folks have to make decisions on what they're going to do. They got to make decisions on what they're going to do. But just you doing the work, you have to be involved. You can't necessarily set it and forget it like that. Unless you really know what you're doing and you have everything under control. But you got to do these numbers. Don't listen, man. I'm not praying for. Look, one thing I'm not gonna do is be unrealistic. I'm not gonna think and just hope that Richard Heart pumps this market. That is crazy to me. I can't wait for Richard to pump this market, to pump his ecosystem. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've already heard over the years people outright say he's the one doing it. I've already heard that people have said that he's the one that's pumping his market. And you know why? Like, to me, it's just kind of crazy. With all this internet and how people like to expose, they like to, you know, just dox and give all this information out. And I'm not one who supports exposing people. I'm not one for that. I don't, believe in that. But wouldn't you think if you knew that was a fact, that by now, not just guessing, oh yeah, look at what he doesn't claim the 08. He doesn't claim to work for anybody. He's in a legal battle with the boogeyman, the boogie monster, the alphabet agency. He has 11 lawyers on deck. Like he's paying to battle so that we can continue to interact and use our crypto as it was designed and created to be used. And if you're saying out in the open and you just out here outlandish, reckless, and you're saying things like, "Oh yeah, I'm just waiting for him to pump the market," you're defeating the purpose. You're almost like shooting yourself in the foot because you're suggesting you're waiting for him to create profit off of his work for you, which blows up everything about how things are not supposed to be securities over on this side of the pond. I mean, come on. Like, numbers go up and they're waiting for, somebody to make it happen. Who's that somebody? Who made it happen before? People actually said it was, 10,000x, and it was thanks to, I mean, come on. A market is a market. Who's making these? You can't put, if you can't verify, you can't, because everything is on the blockchain. Everything is on the blockchain name. You can't prove it, then there's nothing to talk about. People keep talking like they know, but they just can't prove it. And what you do is too, like you shoot yourself in the foot, is because you give other entities like this boogeyman, whatever, who wants to control and clamp down and right, spread fear among all crypto participants. They want to control all of this. The alphabet agency that Richard's going against, you're giving them ammo. Like, what? And it's not just for us, because any of these crypto projects or coins lose to the boogeyman, that's a direct hit to everybody in crypto. It don't matter what community you're from. And these people talk about numbers go up. You waiting for what are you doing? What are you doing to help that, to make that happen? I do this because I enjoy doing this. Like, I don't get paid for this. I got a small channel. I don't care. I do this because I enjoy doing this work. I enjoy making content. I enjoy talking about, this ecosystem and everything. But I'm not doing this for clout or anything and popularity and to take money from my viewers. I don't do that for this. I don't do this for that. I don't. But what I'm discovering is there's a lot of people that are just talking reckless and they're not thinking. And that needs to change. A lot of things that we do, there's going to be controversy, there's going to be disagreements and all this stuff. But we also got to remember why we're here and what's the purpose of what we got going on. We do. We have to remember what's driving, what's the motivating factor of why we here. Why does crypto even exist? Why we in this system? We at a layer one. We at the bottom of a layer one. We here as a community in a layer one blockchain, waiting to see something incredible happen. But we can't just keep saying, "Oh, when number go up and this and that," and just sit down and do nothing. Expect somebody else to do the work for us. That's crazy. That's crazy. We got, we're living through history. What are we contributing to the fold? Like, some people don't have the time, but they're in the system. Some people don't have the time, but they're in the system. Let me see what the chat is talking about. Let me see what y'all talking about. Blue collar grunts in the building. What's up? What's up? Be Weezy in the building. Yeah, there's always gonna be. I'm telling you, there's always gonna be infighting. I don't even care for that. That infighting energy. These people, man. Right? Because look, what's the infighting doing? The whole market is doing what it's doing, and what's the infighting doing? And then that's the thing. People don't know how to take advantage when there's quote unquote blood in the crypto streets. They don't know how to take advantage. I just saw recently that the person who reported RH also reported Jackula 11. And I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just it's amazing to me how people just what motivates people to do certain things? I don't know. I don't have the answer. I just don't have the answer. I don't know. You look at somebody like Jackula. I just don't like how he just came into the community, and the majority of the people who helped him become popular came from the Mexican community. And what can you do? What's done is done. And then you introduce a bunch of things, like it just seemed like everything was an experiment. At some point, when are you just going to respect your money enough and not experiment with your money? Now he's doing some other stuff. This is, it's, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hey, I'm telling you, to be honest with you, I've been saying this since 22. Since 2022, like, just to add to that sentiment, Be Weezy, this cycle is gonna be cool. This cycle is gonna be great. In the past, every cycle has been better than the previous cycle as far as price action. There's a great deal of market manipulation in every cycle, right? But each of the Bitcoin, after every Bitcoin halving, or after, I should say, after the 3 Bitcoin halvings, 6 months after those halvings, you would see something that showed you that there's a bull market that was happening. Those bull markets outperformed the previous bull market. So I would presume that this bull market we're going to enter is going to, I mean, Bitcoin just did something and it's still doing relatively well compared to this time last year. Okay. It broke its all-time high a month or two before it even reached its halving. So this isn't an indicator of something special that's about to happen. And I like to think positive, not be some type of wretched, pessimistic soul. I like to really think positive. This next bull market is going to be incredible. Incredible. And don't mistake for, like, a lot of times people are very fickle. When everything is going green, everybody's making money, people are going to feel a lot better than they feel now. Even the scammers. The scammers are going to be elated and jumping for joy because they're making money. And it might not be that easy to get them out of here. But now that we have this chain and it's about to enter its full, bull cycle, et cetera, that's going to be a beautiful situation. But I'm waiting for 28, 29, not this halving bull market after this post halving. It's the halving in 2028, and after that, shortly after 2028, like into 29, like that joint. Yeah. And I'm not going to say numbers go up. I'm just going to continue to be me. I've been here for 7 years. God willing, I can see some more cycles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not waiting on anybody to pump my bags. Like, you got to do the work. You got to do the work. And if somebody pumps your bag, prove it. Like I don't understand, because everybody want to talk decentralization, decentralization, but certain things show you that there's not 100% decentralization taking place. You might have a few wallets holding most tokens. So show me where the decentralization is present there, right? And I understand the position of the OA and all that. Yeah, centralized. Well, you look, man, I didn't think that the OA was going to help anything because I didn't want to understand. The man said, when was the best time to acquire Bitcoin? When Satoshi Nakamoto had all of it, when there was no liquidity. Like, I didn't understand that. I didn't understand it. I didn't understand. The top Bitcoin wallets have most of the coins. But no one addresses that. No one addresses that. No one addresses those things. The top Bitcoin wallets have mostly all of the coins. But they still talk about decentralization, decentralization, decentralization. Why? Because people could have fractions of a fractions. Forget about one whole unit. And so I think you need some form of centralization in order for decentralization to work. You need something. You need something. You need something. Because then you'll find out, you go and look through whatever contract and you do your deep dive, your deep forensic analysis, and find out there was one entity of some sort, whether it was somebody, the founder's wallet, the developer's wallet, somebody's wallet, its wallet, that wallet has a huge percentage of a bag. I've seen it in the past, like multiple blockchains, multiple projects. It is what it is. But folks want to argue, oh no, this is the away and all. This is I don't trust. Then why are you here? Life is risky. Tomorrow's not guaranteed and promised to anyone. You gotta live your life and take your chances. Number go up. I'm not waiting for any one person to pump my back. What's that? What does that mean? And then some of these people outright say it and prove it. Won't prove it, but quick to argue with you on some foolish, petty, childish nonsense. They'll tell you, oh, you know what? So-and-so's done. The founder pumped the bag to 10,000X. Prove it. And then we'll tell you, deflect, right? Redirect. In the middle of a battle, in the middle of a lawsuit. Yo, whose side are you on? Whose side are you on? What type of time? Who raised these people? This is why I start to say I'm thinking to myself, why are you even here? Why are you here? What work are you doing? What are you doing? You just waiting for something to just again appear out of the thin air and land? No. What work are you doing to apply so that you can benefit tomorrow? What are you doing today so that you can benefit tomorrow? You want to see something, you do it. It got nothing to do with being some type of grifting builder. That's weird to me. The chain forked Ethereum. How many thousands of projects were on Ethereum? Okay, you already had the builders there that could just migrate over the Pulse chain. And the builders that had their projects on Ethereum could come over the Pulse. What more do you... And you got some people, they forked projects on Ethereum that already got migrated onto Pulse chain, and they forked and added another iteration of an iteration. Like, come on, another iteration of a copy, bruh. And we bought into it. I didn't sacrifice, but many of the community did, and then they're wondering when 10,000X. Well, I don't know. There's only so much money going around. People waiting for the highest of whales, right? The megalodon, like some type of divine whale to come through and just bless the chain, bless the ecosystem. Yeah, people crazy, man. Folks crazy, man. DJ and Dougie in the building. What's going on? What's going on? Doctor says using big words make you sound funny. I hear you. Doc, we need your rendition. We need your singing. We need it ASAP. We need it. We need you singing. When you discover Hex, you can see what is next in your future. Don't fret. The decks that I use is Pulse X. DJ, the 504 grinder. Caught the IG live again. Salute to you. Salute to you. Blue Collar Grunt says, interesting question. Do y'all feel like the shakeout hasn't been violent enough? Are we right about on schedule? I mean, people, I don't know, man. I don't know. Because this is the thing. We, folks like hold on to every single word that the man says. Like, that's why he's careful with what he says. We got to really pick up what he's putting down. The 50-week shakeout thing, like, oh my God, whatever, man. I'm living life, man. You want to shake people out? It ain't gonna be me, I'm not getting shaken out. Like, no way, no sir. But some people, they knew, they don't know. There's a lot of people that came in, which I've noticed that are new, like, which is great for us, I think. They're not used to the craziness that this market brings. We're not regular people, folks. We're risk takers. We are the cream of the crop of insane lunatics. Because you can't have this conversation with regular normal people in the world. No corners. They would think you are stone cold crazy, right? And so when you're seeing everything going on over here, people panic after they see a tweet they don't like. People react to red candles violently, like really aggressively. Like they just, what happened to your plan? They just get shaken out all crazy. I don't know. We might be surprised again. There's no telling what the future holds. And I can't go by what a man is saying. Like I don't live my life like that, in a way where I'm holding on to every single word. Pulse Chain is here. You know what I'm saying? we have Hex, we got Pulse Chain, we got the airdrops a year ago, Pulse X, hey, if you farm, you get ink tokens. Possibilities are endless. It's all here already. It's just what's happening here. I don't think anybody could have really foretold that things would have got to the level that it is right now in only 10 months. In only 10 months, this chain is active. I don't care what people are telling you. There's so many communities just with this chain alone that was absent when chains like Ethereum launched. Ethereum wasn't cooking like it is not, like Pulse Chain is cooking now. A lot of these chains didn't have the same level of participation, anticipation, speculation, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, all of the above, excitement, hopeful, being, just looking forward to the future. And all of these things will contribute to numbers going up if we are also active. We play active roles in doing things, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like a lot of times, like we can't just think that it doesn't matter. Someone else will do the work for us. It's about what you're doing. Just by even sharing the information with someone you care about could change and make a difference. And I understand we still got some hurdles to overcome. So we got some hurdles. We have some hurdles we have to overcome still, because you can't just take your money for the bank and just, go straight to Pulse Chain and buy some Pulse. You gotta go through some stuff, but that's gonna take time. But I'm just glad the chain is here. At least I'm glad it's here. I'm not gonna denigrate and disrespect this opportunity that I don't see anybody else doing. Like, as far as, like, I remember before Pulse Chain, before years back, when founders used to come on the scene and they introduced their crypto, they introduced their blockchain and this and that, all of a sudden, boom, you would hear about a pre-sale, that you would see a blockchain happen. And then you would find out later, after the blockchain launched, that there was a pre-sale for it, that there was an ICO for it, that there was another ICO of the ICO of the ICO for it. And all of a sudden it launched. So a lot of times these things, if you weren't on the inside, if you didn't have exclusive, if you didn't have the reach, the contacts, the resources to even know about these things, you'd be left in the dark. And all you'd see is like a new chain on a coin ranking site, a new coin, a new blockchains out of nowhere appear. And they would thrive, but not as well as Pulse. As far as the interest, all these coins all of a sudden out of nowhere in 10 months and approaching 11 months. It's different over here. Completely different. Just because of how everything was set up and created. These other founders didn't just introduce themselves in such a way to let the world know, listen, they're doing X, Y, and Z. It's going to be a certain phase for you to get in. Yeah, they would call it pre-sales, like I said. ICO, but it wouldn't really be out in the open. They'd be available to folks, angel investors and venture capitalists and accredited investors and folks who had beaucoup dollars. Beaucoup l'argent. Big money. But not for little people like you and I. You know what I'm saying? We would just one day wake up and, they got a new chain. There's this and that. And but here we actively participating in the space, being owners of a coin, owners of a blockchain that forked Ethereum. And Ethereum is, leaves a lot to be desired. I don't like how they, promoted centralization and rubbing shoulders with certain entities that want us to have nothing and be happy. I'm not crazy about all that at all. I'm glad that you could just rest assured that for now, these transaction fees on Pulse Chain are relatively low, but things may change when the roaring bull comes surging. Who knows? That's why we're here right now, to be the recipients of reward, rubbing our hands like Birdman, to be the recipients of the reward that's about to shower on all of us deserving people who waited so long, arduously, intently, patiently waiting to have our coffers filled with a bountiful amount of rewards, unimaginable for time to come, for time immemorial. Because guess what's going to happen? Legacy is being created right here, man. We are the stewards. We are the front runners, right? The tip of the spear. I'm not waiting for somebody to make my numbers go up. What are we doing now? How are we encouraging folks to learn about this, to make this exciting for them, to want to, so they could be exciting as you and I? Because I'm excited. I don't care about the stupidity that this community creates for itself. I don't care about that negativity, the toxicity, because that's another term that you just celebrated a lot. When people are just trying to tell the truth, you just name them and call them toxic. That is infantile, childish, immature. I don't care about none of that, because each day that passes by, I'm more bullish for the next all-time high for the coins that count. For real, it's in the air. I said you can't stop it. You can't stop what's destined to be. Our arms are too short to box with the creator. It's just a fact. It's just a fact. So we sit down, enjoy the ride, and at the same time, stop trying to wait for something to fall out of some type of ethereal sky to land in our intangible wallets. We got to do the work. We have to do the work. It only makes sense. Like, seriously. Hey, man, people are going to do what they're going to do, with their hacks, with their stakes. I'm not one to judge because you're free. Everyone's free to do whatever you want with your bread, with your money. That's what this is supposed to be all about. That's what this is supposed to all be about. Right? I'm just not going to pretend, lie, deceive, cheat, speak with a forked tongue, double talk, present false equivalents, conflate, deflate, redirect, and overall lie. Because that's not right. That's not fair. And I understand life is not fair, but it's just simply wrong, right? To point people in weird directions based on what you're talking about. I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that. That's why I don't talk about when numbers go up. Like, folks are just like intensely waiting. They thinking that, Richard got this cape and he's gonna, the cape, is windy and he got the master, the super Captain Saber crypto uniform, and he's about to make some things. No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that. And y'all making it easy for the boogeyman to use the words that we talk about against him. And how's that gonna work? I wouldn't. I don't know what some folks are doing in this community, and a lot of times it's from people who've been here in the beginning, who should know better, who are doing this, who are saying these things. Don't wait and depend on somebody else to do something for you when you could do it for yourself. That's the reason why we're all even here, and while we're doing for everything together collectively, then we're gonna see some magic really happen, because that's some of the things that folks have experienced already. How many times I was hearing about, folks were just happy. They just, they got in the system. They were scared. They didn't know about the T-share. Then all of a sudden, Godwell just came in and boom, Hex never went back below the entry price Godwell came in at. And folks were so happy. Even Richard gave him a credit. Oh, Godwell, this and that, good looking, salute, all this stuff, and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Everybody depended on some Godwell. Now Godwell did some questionable things, 6 months ago with some BankX. Who cares? Because everybody's not going to do what you think folks should do. You need to focus on what you got going on, right? I can't focus on what some God. I don't care. God, and live in fear and morose and macabre and just be like, oh man, yo, man, every day, a month go by, you go, man, what's Godwell gonna do with some BankX? 6 months go, oh man, what's some Godwell gonna do with some BankX? A year go by, oh man, what type of life is that? I don't care. I'm not gonna care about what people dumping $2 billion, get liquidated, billions of dollars of Pulse chain, billions of dollars, billions of coins of PulseX, Pulse chain, all this stuff going. Hey, that's the market. That's what happens. That's what happens. Because what's gonna happen is in the future, when things are beautiful, when things are great. Because look, man, I like to think positive. That's what I like to do. When things are magnificent, exhilarating, they're going to look back at this time and feel like crap for getting rid of billions of coins. Now, people have necessity. Everyone has needs. Everyone. Can't judge folks like that. But if it was you just dumped because of something you heard and you could have held, I don't feel sorry for people like that, man. If they dump their coins that they could have otherwise held, and sometime in the not so distant future, we become handsomely rewarded for the maximum convictions and discipline and patience and good nature and fellowship, positive energy, and providing nothing but uplifting vibes, and we become recipients of an untold amount of value, they're going to feel like fools for dumping. They ain't going to feel like fools. I'm telling you. They are. They're going to feel like fools. You know, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be in that position. I already was in that type of position. Bona fide idiot sucker, like the old back of the days cartoons, the lollipop sucker. Yeah, that was me. Letting Hex go 10,000 X game, not just watching it by. I watched the ship sail right in front of me, like I was on the shore of some type of illustrious coastline somewhere in a remote location, sandy beach, clear water, with the blue algae lighting up at night. You touch the water and it lights up. Seeing a cruise line called Hex just passed me by. And everybody get partying. And I'm just looking at them with the only tear holding down my eye because of my ignorance. My tear of ignorance just slowly coming down from my eye. Yeah. No. That won't be me. That won't be me. That could be anybody else who doubts, who doesn't know any better, who cares. I don't know what to tell y'all anymore. And I'm not going to be waiting for one person to pump the market. That's ridiculous to me, man. That's you ensuring that these boogeymen, these monsters, these law-making, regulation-seeking monsters want to sink their teeth, their fangs into our crypto to control everything. You're giving them nothing but information and ammo that you don't know. I'm not an attorney, but I got common sense. I could be talking on this instant. Oh, I'm waiting for so-and-so to pump the market because this and that. No, man, that's you profiting off of his work. Come on, son. Come on, son. Come on, son. This is what we doing? This can't be what we doing. This can't be what we're doing, folks. You got to think. You got to think. They can't stop it. That's one thing. This is a story where you can't beat us, so you're going to have to join us. But that's the problem, because I don't know what that's going to look like if they try to join us. I don't know. But all I know is I'm working for me. Not working for them. I'm talking about the alphabet boogeyman. I'm not working for them. I'm not working for them. No way. No. Coin Critic, what's the deal? What's going on? Coin Critic said, if you want to change the focus into who's buying, it's what we're buying. Ignore. Yeah, but they see these things are going to come through. They're going to, they're ignoring, right? But folks are going to come and realize pretty soon what the truth has been. And that's okay, because I was once short-sighted. I was very short-sighted. So I have to sort of pardon many individuals who maybe fresh eyes, new eyes, who don't know any better for suffering from such level of short-sightedness. Because the community is bigger than what we think. Bigger than what we think. Just that number alone, 100K participants, I mean, compared to the world, is minuscule. But for this community alone, I'm sure that's more. That number alone is larger than what it was 4 years ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, So we're growing. And now with more eyes on Pulse Chain, and what we did, we just, told Ethereum to heaven with you and your fees. kick rocks, Ethereum. But we can't completely disrespect Ethereum because we still have our hex babies over there. Can't completely disrespect Ethereum, but the Ethereum we can't, you know, we get back to y'all. We get back to y'all. Hopefully you do whatever you got to do, wizardry, whatever wizardry, you know, Vitalik got to conjure up with his people and make things more feasible, affordable for folks. We'll come back until it's time, but until then, we are pulse chain to yeah. I'm gonna be on that cruise line. My family, my community, we gonna be on a cruise line. That's what we doing. That's what's happening. That is what's happening. I'm not playing with none. I'm not taking nothing for nothing. I'm not taking no for an answer. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. DJ Cryptomatic says on the block chisel. What's up, DJ Cryptomatic? Subscribe to this guy, man. He's always doing shows on Twitch. Subscribe to his channel. Show him mad love and support. DJ Cryptomatic. Consistent with it. Good to see you, man. No, it's not. No, it's not. There's value in what we're buying. It's not like other things. And I can't afford to talk about other things right now. I cannot afford to talk about other things right now because of these core coins that have sort of like presented an opportunity for all these other things to come to be. But I have to respect the core. I'm going to respect the core. The core, hold on to the core. They were designed to do great things, to make great things happen. The core, for real. None of these other founders would open their mouths and say anything even half, you know, it would not even stand. I'm going to say this again because I've said this already recently, right? And I'm not talking about founder sub-community. I'm not talking about the founders that created projects on top of Pulse Chain. Richard's peers, right? Anyone buy it next to Richard and things like that. Even Jacula, who's like this wannabe, trying to outdo Richard, which I could understand spirit of competition, but he's been disrespectful to Richard, and that's why I don't respect. And I don't know if he said it or not, but I'm talking about Richard's peers. Can they stand firm and say that they designed something that could do multiple thousands of X's? I don't know. And guess what? I don't care. Because the man had the grit, he had the courage, he had the balls to say this thing could do 10,000 in 2.5 years. And guess what? It did it in 22 months. You cannot front on that. You can't sneeze at that and act like that was a nothing burger. Okay? Yeah, you can't do that. You can't act like that was a nothing burger. That's incredible. And he did it again during a time where the globe, everybody was locked up in their own jail cells. Their homes became their incarceration cells. My goodness, man. And Hex did a pew, and people were on the ship. They were on the ship sailing. I'm looking at him like a only heel, like a fool, just watching it go by. Oh my goodness. And then also watching people like Vitalik being given coins for other communities, sub-communities, because 2021 reflector tokens were going through the roof. Safe Moon was spearheaded those movements, come Rocket and all that. So reflector tokens would be all kinds of stuff was going. Shiba went through the roof 2021. All this other stuff was going. Doge Elon, Doge this, Doge that, this Doge, all those went through the roof. So a community also came out and try to copy the bandwagon or jump on the bandwagon and do the same thing with Reflector. They gave Vitalik a bag. They said, yo, and I know already what that's supposed to be about, because I was a part of other communities where people were trying to get the attention of the founder. Because y'all like to get attention as a founder. You think this is like, they gave Vitalik the bag, and what do you think Vitalik did? What do you think he did? Oh yeah, he sold those coins. The project hasn't recovered since. Project was doing well. I'm not gonna give you the name of it, but who cares? I know the name, it doesn't matter. Project was doing well, being promoted by known people in the DeFi space, known promoters, known. They gave Vitalik, say, hey, Vitalik, here, we're doing this for this cause. And, you know, people try to add an altruistic or even a noble cause to their coin, and how, you know, they want to, you know, improve humanity on some level and this and that. You know, noble mission and goals. Vitalik didn't care. He dumped, and this was happening synonymous when Hex was on a tear. What Vitalik do? Which was so disrespectful to. Like, it seemed like, yo, why you got so much disdain for people who are using your chain, bruh? Like, you got so much disdain, animosity. What's wrong with these people, bro? Ain't people using your chain? If it wasn't for the people, your chain wouldn't be worth anything. That's the power that people have, that we have intrinsically, that we give to these founders, we give to these blockchains, we give to these tokens, we give to regular paper money. Well, if we don't give that thing to the dollar, you know, we got machine guns and every weapons pointed at us, and you know, we got, you know, we hey, nothing was even fired, and we all dropped to our knees for 2.5 years. So why have so much vitriol for your people, for folks that trying to like work on your chain? I didn't understand it. Vitalik dumped Ethereum like it's nothing. He dumped coins that communities gift them, like, hey, listen here, we're trying to do good work using your chain. Hey, this is just a token of acknowledgement, token of appreciation, and to Vitalik is just a token of dump, and that's what he's done. Has Richard done that? I don't know. The folks can't prove he's done it. That's why I can't say he has. I don't know if anybody gave him. They don't know where to go, because Richard is also big proponent for privacy. So it is what it is, folks. It is what it is, folks. Number go up. You can't be dependent on somebody to make the number go up, man. I'm behind in the chat. Shout out to the chat, man. Shout out to the chat. X Futures, what's up, man? It's been a minute. Oh, you talking to Johnny? Hex is going back to brick ankles. We shall see. Yeah, you know, I don't know. People just folks just love to stand in their own way. You know, I'm over all that. I'm not gonna be encouraging. Oh, it's all how? Prove it. You can't. So why even say stuff? I don't understand that. Why even talk like that? I do understand, but it's you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, I really begin, you know, shout out to Johnny Chaos, because he brought this up too in his Twitch stream, which was fire. My goodness. 30 minutes of flame. You know, truth cuts. Truth hurts, and it also heals. The truth enlightens. And You said something that I've been contemplating for a while too. Like, we can't be just. It doesn't even feel right just saying, "Oh, we waiting on one person to do." That doesn't. That's not how this goes. Oh, and Johnny's in the chat. So what's up, Johnny? Johnny Chaos in the building. Wait, you mean you can't buy a video game at GameStop? Oh man, yeah, I used to be addicted to video games. Quiet as kept. Quiet as kept. And that's the thing too, man. Like this whole thing with game theory. It's another thing that man, there's just so many ways we could look at this. Things is approaching it as a game, but I'm not really gonna look at my money as being a game because I take it too serious. My body pains indicate the proof; those serve as proof that I'm not working as a game, right? But it's game theory of different ways how you can apply these tools so that you could build generational wealth without exposing yourself to too much risk and doing all this type of stuff. Is amazing. Amazing. That's why I'm more bullish today than I was yesterday. Each day that goes by, like I'm bullish for Hex, Pulse Chain, PulseX, of course, Ink Token right there. We are going to win. We put in the work. We have fought for each other for nothing. Like we wasted so much energy being petty and disrespectful, some of us towards one another. For what? I don't know. Maybe boredom. I don't know what you call that. It's just insanity to me. It's just maybe a byproduct of some type of illness. Who knows? Don't care at this point. I'm not going to wait for any one person to pump anything. I'm not helping anybody. Just, basically clamp down on the great stuff we got going on over here, even though they can't really control it. They can't. They could try, but it's going to be Doc says it's only market manipulation, though. It's right. It's only market manipulation if the market moves against you. For real, right? Right? We lose sight that it goes both ways. Tin Top, what's going on? What's going on, Tin? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to the chat, folks. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for real, more than you know. Just let's spread the good word, folks. Let's spread the good energy. For real. Let's spread the good energy. Uplifting. So we got to combat this weirdness going on. If you have to just like mute people and block stuff from, seeing on Twitter, because a lot of stuff, there's people I really want to support, but their attitude is trash. And I'm okay on that. I can't do it. There's some folks that I really would want to support, but they just don't jive. Just like I'm sure stuff I talk about and the way I am don't jive with others too, and that's okay. But as far as crypto though, and what we're doing here, I can't support someone who built something on Pulse Chain and then who continuously disrespects the founder who created this opportunity for us to participate in crypto on Pulse Chain. Like it doesn't, that doesn't make sense, man. Doesn't make sense. Coin Critic says, that's a good point. I think I have to agree. We'll always have a high level of FUD and hacks, for sure. For sure. For sure. And you know what? If that's what it takes, if that's what it takes for people to learn, whether it's the hard way or any way, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be because I was one of the high level fudders, and I had to learn. So being an antagonist is has a purpose. Just don't be like this villainous, just disgusting, right? Negative energy is this bad person, browbeating. Everything is just doom and gloom. I'm not a part of that. I don't care for that at all. But yeah, this is gonna be fun for a while. Johnny Chaos says punishment for transparency. Yeah, for sure. Man, I'm behind in the chat. Sorry, guys. You got me rambling. Y'all got me rambling. I'm way behind in the chat. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that, man. Tin Top says, "What's up, Dr. D. Raj Moore? Are you a doctor? Is he a doctor for real? I just do it out of respect. I've seen people refer to him as doctor." Johnny says, "Even that takes time, Tin Top." Responded to Tin Top. There's a lot of people just copying off others' home. Woo! Talk about it. Talk about it. That's another truth right there. Crypto is a lot of people just copying off others. 100%. 100%. Dash, Litecoin, Doge, all iterations of something from proof of work from Bitcoin, of something. Bitcoin is the first. So everything has Bitcoin is like the top or the tree, and all the branches off. It's a copy. Something is an iteration of something else. Yeah, that's very true with crypto. Very, very true. Very, very true. D-Raj is laughing. Check my pulse. What's going on? 52 weeks, he says. 52 weeks. Al Merlos, what's happening? What's happening? See me no more, 540. Salute. These names. What's going on? What's going on, man? Johnny Chaos says everything is still wholesale. Indeed. Al Merlos said true DeFi. Sticking to the plan, saying busy worker. It's time I tell my girl. It's yeah. Yeah, but see this thing about this comment right here, people pretending, it's not about just pretending to be rich. Like, to me, I get that, but I also respect visualization. Like, it's not just about pretending to be rich. It's also about visualizing where you want to be. How do you want your life to be? That's how I interpret that as. And I'm not saying that's what Maddie All In was doing in his stream, whatever you caught that. Johnny 5555. I'm saying as far as like for people to act like they're rich, in my mind, I'm thinking this is what you see you become. This is what you envision. This is what you're putting forth as far as from your thought, right? From your thought becomes your words and then your actions. Like what do you see? Where do you see yourself a year from now, 2 years from now? Visualize yourself being in some type of film or movie where you're just handsomely being blessed with nothing but hex coins and value, pumping value, hex staking coins that just printing nothing but more hex for you. And then the value of Pulse Chain, because you got them in the farms, is just giving you so much ink, and the fees because you got them in the V2, and who knows, maybe V3 will be a thing on PulseX. Who knows? But you're putting yourself in a position where you're now seeing something, including you of yourself in the future, that's going to be magnified so much to the point where it becomes second nature, to where you also attract that type of energy to yourself. You attract the opportunity for you to experience what you need to feel like you're rich. Because in truth, folks just have to understand we already wealthy. We already rich. We just have to attract. These things have to come to us. We have to wait for these things to catch up as far as time. But we already have it. Because the thing about it is, like, if we don't have it, we still have us. But if we have it, we still have us. If we have money, we have us. If we don't have money, we still have us. In many cases, people forget we are the best blessings, the most valuable possession that we have in our lives is us. If we don't respect that, how can we engender love, compassion, goodwill to anyone else if we don't see any value within ourselves first? You understand? Like that's just something that I keep on my first mind every single day of my life, because I know what it's like to feel opposite, right? Where you don't see things the way that you're wondering why this, why that, how come this is not working? Why am I not? Why is this not working for me? Bad luck, this and that, and this. It's the mindset. Whatever you think, more than likely you might become. Whatever you ingest, affects your personality, affects who you are, affects your reality. What you think you can see reflected in your environment. If you're a person of chaos, not to mention it's not Johnny Chaos, but if you're a person of conflict and strife and problems, guess what your life is going to reflect? Just that. If you're a person at balance and structure and organization and very orderly, and your life should reflect those things, closest to, organization and routine and structure, etc., and everything else. But if you're going to pretend to be rich and you faking the funk, though, then that's a problem. That's a problem, because that's an imbalance and people going to call you out. And it's not necessarily on the internet, but folks in life, you get called out for being fake. That's disingenuous. Rolando, what's going on? You said that's some real stuff. Doc Lover, what's happening? What's happening? Good to see you, Doc. Rolando says, for every dollar I make, someone here has to lose $1. That's a reality too. Fact of life, fact of life. You have winners, you have losers. Fact of life. What else are you going to do? You can't deny there's somebody that's going to be, behind every buy, there's someone that sold, and every sell, there's someone that bought, and someone wins, someone loses all the time. 100%. I don't know about this. You said nobody cares how well the OGs can talk about all the game theory of Hex. Nobody cares. Nah, it's not about that. I care about some of it because some of it is relative. Some of it is true. Some of it works. Some of it can apply. That's something I don't really agree with as far as what you're saying right there. Like nobody cares about what the OGs can talk about as far as game theory of Hex, because that's how you also learn. You got to learn from each other too. Everyone doesn't always have it right. Some of the OGs have since changed their direction and have done other things. That's different. But when it comes to game theory and certain things, even Richard has learned from OGs in Hex. Even Richard has learned from members of the community about things that he couldn't even decipher or think about at the time. So I'm not sure what this comment is about right there. Hey, yo, you bring in, like, you know what, Johnny? Your energy is suspect to me right now because I don't know what this is about. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't know what you talk about. Nobody cares about how well it is. This energy right here, bruh, we're not having that. Not having that. Not having that. Not having that, bruh. I don't like that energy. I don't like that energy, man. I don't like that energy at all. Kick rocks. You've been weird anyway for a long time. You know, you've been very strange for a long time. That's that type of energy that I'm talking about, folks. Like people who, it's almost like all they want to do is disturb. They want to create conflict. Okay? They want to bring some type of ruckus. They want to shake things up. And it don't matter if you have 55 to suggest you a long-term stake of 15 years or all that. Like that type of energy, I'm not for all that. I'm not for all that. I'm not for all that. And that's what you find on Twitter. What is that going to do to help people remain focused to do work that they need to do for themselves so that they can also enjoy their future and possibly receive untold amount of multiples of X's and X's upon X's and X's upon X's and X's? You're not going to come to my live. You're not going to come to my live acting like you understand what I'm saying and then want to denigrate someone else on my chat. And it's not the first time I've seen you do something sideways anyway. Because I remember I jumped on Pulse Nation maybe a month ago. I jumped on Pulse Nation about a month ago. And I made my point about another community founder. And it wasn't well received by the guys over at Pulse Nation, which I'm also honored to be a part of, but it wasn't well received what I was saying. And I cleared it up, of course, like we talked, because to see the thing about me is I don't have any hair on my tongue. Like I don't hold back. I don't, and I say what I say. Whether it's received or not, whether you agree or not, I'm grown. And I see this guy right here talk about, I don't know about Crypto Wonder anymore. And I didn't forget that. And I gave you chances and let you go by, because, people are whatever they are on the internet. Let them talk, let them rock. But then I see you try to talk wild weirdness. You don't stream, and you created like crazy situations. Like, I leave you alone, sir. You don't need to be in my chat anymore. You don't need to be in my chat. I don't need that negative energy. I don't. And this is what I'm talking about, folks. Like, when you emit light, right? Because from the words you talk about, from the actions that you give to the world, from things that you do and interacting with people, we're in a space right here that's revolutionary, that hasn't been created before, and we're almost like, you want to talk about first principles? We're actively living as first principles. You want to talk about experiment? We're the subjects. We're the lab mammals experiencing all this, trying to make sense out of all this. We got to deal with expectation, no expectation, security, no security, sacrifice, all this magical talk. We got to do all that and deal with in the real world too. And we have to balance all of that. And you mean to tell me I'm going to pick and little things, the nonsense that people do, and things that try to continuously like just prod at individuals or support negative energy, ridiculously just petty nonsense? You think I'm going to continue to do that? No, because we're keeping an eye on our bigger prize. a bigger prize. All of us are navigating through this together. All of us are navigating through this together. You're gonna have some fool come over here talking about some nonsense. I'm looking at the comments. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Nobody cares about how well and talking points. No, but shut up. You don't even know what you're talking about. Nobody cares about your energy. Blog on me. You know what I'm saying? Nobody cares about your energy, yo. Get your act right. Fix your situation. Improve your wellness or whatever. Do whatever you got to do to get your stuff together. Nobody's perfect out here, man. The hell are you talking about? Coin Critic says, hit the like button. Share the stream. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. I'm gonna go through the chat one last time and then and wrap this up. We got some. There's always gonna be shaking out. There's gonna be a lot. There's always gonna be shaking out, you know. You said RH is an effing legend. Yo, RH, tip my hat off. Tip my priestly hat off to that man's top, the top hat that he used to rock in his avatar. Thank you. Appreciate it. Checks my pulse. Appreciate you, man. Danny, salute. Danny Amor, salute. DJ Cryptomatic, what's up, man? Salute to you too. No problem, Johnny. No. I was not happy. I was actually like, oh yeah, you speaking facts. You speaking facts. You were talking the real, and that's what I appreciate. You were talking the real. It could not be said better. And that's what also, like, it made me think, like, when I go on, I need to also share that too. Share those sentiments because it's true. It's true. I'm not going to encourage someone. Like, you can like the person. You can separate the person. You can like the person and you can like the product. But in this case, we're dealing with something very, very unique here. Let's use our brains. Let's think critically and think about what we're doing in a sense where, okay, sure. But I'm not waiting for anybody, anybody. You're not going to put I'm not going to be receiving any profit for anybody's work. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not putting that message out there because that goes against everything we're working on. That goes against everything we're working on. We're working for ourselves. We're working for ourselves as a group, as a community, globally. This is a global situation here. Everybody from every corner of the world is here in this small ecosystem, and we making it pop. We're making it pop. Come hook or crook, whether people like the prices or not. Every day is something. This is not a dull moment. Every day is some activity going on. Yo, we are more than thriving. We are enlivening. Like, we are really, really something. Like, it's polarized over here. We got sub communities fighting with each other because they believe that they're the best. Like, this is crazy, right? What we got going on over here. They believe that they're the best, and both communities, are fighting against Richard. Like, that's attention. That you can't buy this level of you can't buy this level of publicity. You can't. I'm not dealing with negativity though. That's why that guy got kicked out. I'm not supporting that. Get out of here. Not supporting that. That's fine. First successful, but not the first cryptographic coin. Interesting. I think I read that before. Check said, "Rabble on." Yeah, Yeah, you guys give me, inspired me to do this work. Yeah, for real, for real. That's interesting. You threw out all the those who rips it. I mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the system that I subscribe to. We those things, wearing tattered clothes and things like that. It's just almost like it it invites sort of like the energy that of being indigent, and that's not necessarily fair if that's not your reality. Manifest 100%. It requires definite patience, discipline, conviction, all those things. This is a new chain. Do we not understand? Are we not entertained by this new chain? We should be fully entertained. We got to chain, like, hey, guys, listen. No one can tell you anything if you in this system. No one can tell you anything about crypto. No one should be able to describe crypto better than you if you're in this RH ecosystem. No one should be able to describe what cryptocurrency is, what DeFi is, better than you if you're in the RH ecosystem. Okay? Point blank, period, folks. We are blessed, fortunate. Give ourselves more credit than we deserve. No. We need to give ourselves more credit. We need to give ourselves, a lot of us, more credit. Just because you're not a streamer doesn't mean you don't have value. Just because you don't tweet, you're not on social media, doesn't mean that your participation doesn't matter. It matters, plays a role, effective. You might be the person to do something, and cause everyone to do the same, or not, or whatever. We're all here together. We're in this to win this. We're in this to win this, folks. We are in this to win this. Success abounds. I see it in the horizon. I see it, y'all. We on that ship, and it's no, for real, for real, for real. And we approaching the goal, and the next goal, and the next goal, because the goals don't stop. The goals don't stop. It just, life's get a little bit more manageable. The more we acquire knowledge, we learn from our experiences, and we apply the wisdom. Okay, life should become more manageable, not difficult, folks. It's already a great painstaking experience and suffering taking place here, but it's also a great deal of happiness, joy, and inner cheer to experience, and inner fulfillment to reach. Like, seriously. And while we attain financial independence and we unleash the shackles, from our wrists and ankles, from these 9 to 5, the laborious constraints that we have to deal with, unless you love your job. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be sailing. That's it, man. Winning, 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 winning. Al Merlos in the building. Really? Oh, yeah, the other guy. Yeah. The other guy. Yeah. Like, for real, man. Yeah, bye. Yeah, for real, bro. Buffalo Heart, blessing star. Blessings to you, Buffalo Heart. How are you? Yeah, man. That dude had to go. Yeah, that dude had to go, man. It takes a lot to piss me off, believe it or not. It takes a lot. Excuse me. It takes a lot. But when you're giving people chances upon chances and chances upon chances, nah, I'm good. Like, yo, you're doing a little too much. You know what I'm saying? No problem, Side of Spirit. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping by. For sure, man. Yeah. No more negativity. No more negativity, man. And kick rocks. You know, I don't need that. Go find your own echo chamber or ego chamber. Salute to Jason Smith. He said, I found the right place. Yeah. Sure. 100%. Al Merlo said, yeah, man, that guy, come on, man. Yeah, man. Not chaos. The other guy, like, who? Come on, man. Come on. You know, and then you're doing pejorative. Nobody got time for that, man. That's negative energy. Nobody got time for all that, man. Hexter, appreciate that. Breath of fresh air here. Yo, I hope so, man. But it's gonna be even, you know, the air's gonna be even more. It's also gonna be fresh when we on the sailing ship towards. I'm telling you, like it's in the. Listen, I've been listen every single. I'm telling you, 3 years ago for me, when the light turned on in my cerebellum, or is it my medulla oblongata? Or is it in my frontal cortex? The left side or the right side of my brain? Somewhere in my head, when that light turned on, about how Hex is and what this is and what we do, what was going on here, I was sold, not sown, sold. Like that's it. Nobody sold me anything. I just bought into the whole idea of what crypto is, like really on a different level, and how to allow this thing to maximize as far as stake. Oh my, the staking, folks, we are underestimating the power of staking, folks. I know it's extremely boring. I know it's super dull. I get it. But we are underestimating the power of staking, folks. And now we have Pulse Chain to accompany Hex and PulseX. And PulseX and Pulse Chain have introduced new levels of game theory. My goodness, folks, we are blessed. We are blessed. And all of the coins and this ink, guys, gals, ladies and gentlemen, four different opportunities. Four, not one, not two. We really have five, because I'm not treating an old friend. I'm not going to be disrespecting eHex and treat eHex like an orphan. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to forget that old friend, because it was that old friend that got me to where I am today. We have five. Five. Oh, man, chances. And who knows what the future might hold, like opportunity to see great things happen. Who knows where the future is gonna lie, though, folks. But guys, gals, people, do you understand? Do you not understand? Like, we're so ahead of the curve. We're so ahead of everyone. Isn't it amazing? No. Like, for real. Billions of people don't know about this, folks. And we don't need billions of people to know about it to really be successful, because it didn't take billions of people to help the Hex token do very well on the blockchain. It didn't take 1 million people. And we're here with more. We're here with more choices. Let me tell you something, guys. Not only am I blessed to be here, but I'm blessed to even be here chatting with y'all, everyone in my chat right now. I'm blessed to be here chatting with you guys. I won't ever forget these years. I'm not going to forget these years, folks. Can you, like, for real, I don't take this lightly. I'm not forgetting this. This is like, you guys make it all worthwhile too. The community makes it worthwhile. Like certain people in the community, right? You need the antagonizers to always stir things up. You need the opposite to make to recognize your side, so you both make the whole. I get it. I get all that, man. Polarities. Everything is dual in nature. I get it. But folks, it keeps my sword sharp. You guys keep me sharp too. You keep me on my swivel. You keep me nimble and flexible and ready to do a pivot here and there. But I don't have to do a pivot if I'm staking. That's the beautiful thing. Oh, guys, gals. The man put a tweet out December 26, 2019, talking about how Hex, just launched. And imagine acquiring Bitcoin at $1 and saying that Hex is introducing a new opportunity because Hex is better than Bitcoin. This was December 26, 2019. Like, I looked at this ad, and I'm just paraphrasing it because it was one of those front page ads that was in a tweet, the same wording. And I'm looking at it like, I feel like this is it all over again, except we have so many more options included with Hex. Even though Hex went through its first cycle, the blockchain is entering its first cycle, and so is PulseX entering its first cycle, and Hex is on Pulse Chain, and we have this ink token. These are multiple opportunities to potentially see glorious rewards. The man's in it for glory, folks. Crypto Bigfoot says, "What's up, dang?" Hey, what's up, dang? Dang. Lee, how are you? Yes, 100%. 100%. Hexter says, we've been to the mountaintop. Oh, he said, been to the mountaintop. Going back to that mountaintop. For sure. We're going back to the mountaintop. We're going back to that mountaintop, and we're going to receive our just due at that mountaintop, people. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, okay. Good. No. Yeah, it wasn't you, Johnny. Yeah, that other guy. Come on, man. Other guy, like, what's this? What are you doing? Guy crazy. What's he doing? Talking sideways. Like, what are you doing that's productive for the community? My goodness, man. My goodness. People crazy, man. People crazy. Oh, I hear you. Yeah, people in the community, it's always moments like that where you remember what caused you to have that certain aha moment. Aha. Yeah. For you, it was Wales. I hear that. Shout out to Wales only. Oh, you wrote, is it legal to only hire people? Right? Who knows what the future may hold? Maybe. Or you might end up having a company where you do that, right? You might be in a position where you could do something like that, right? We still it's a stadium in our feet. Yeah, for sure. For real. For real. No one knows where we are going. Staking, make sure we still have a bag when we find out. That's true. And that's comfortable. I love that. The staking just makes sure we have a bag when it's time to find out. 100%. I love that's the thing about it, and it gives me peace. Gives me peace. I still work for a living, and quiet as kept. I do enjoy what I do. I just don't enjoy making my employer rich off the work I'm doing. But I know that's you know not forever. And I keep my positive mental attitude along the lines of, oh my goodness, of being gracious and grateful for being here. Super grateful. I didn't get in at ground zero for Binance. I didn't get in at ground zero for Harmony, Ethereum, Tron, Phantom, EOS. None of these chains. I didn't get in at ground zero at Bitcoin. None of these chains. We're under the ground over here. Sub zero. Sub penny. I have no choice but to be grateful. I have to be, or else I'm not worthy. No, I have to be grateful. Have to be grateful. Exciting, man. Exciting. Very, 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 very great, interesting times that we're in right now. Very great, interesting times that we're in. Crypto Bigfoot laughing, man. You been laughing, man. Crypto Bigfoot be laughing. Tax at Jardy. Yep. Jason Smith, 100, man. Salute to you. Salute to you. Hey, good people. Thanks for rocking with me this long. He said I like the old clip of Orange excited and laughing. Exactly. Wasn't he on stage in Europe somewhere right before the second anniversary party, second year anniversary? He was on stage telling people in the white moon boots, in the moon boots. Oh, he was in Malta. In the moon boots, the Prada joints, telling people, yo, you don't know how high the price. He was so excited, he couldn't even muster the words. Guys, good people, remain focused, folks. Don't get shaken out. If you shake yourself out, just make sure you're the reason why you're shaking yourself out and not somebody on the internet. Because we don't know where this is going to be 6 months, a year, 6 years, 60 years from now. You know what I'm saying? I know these chances come far few in between. And the fact that we're here, just when you want to talk about ratio, when we try to compare these coins to each other and ratio and all this, what's the ratio of us versus the rest of the world, right? What are the odds? This is almost like hitting the lotto, right? Just us versus 7 point something billion people. We're not even a million strong, I don't think. We're not even a million strong, folks. But we're here. And it's okay. It's okay. We're here because we deserve to be here. This was meant for us to be here. And to spread cheer, engender goodwill, folks. Engender goodwill. Take care of yourselves and be well.